Gentlemen, today we're talking about hygiene. More importantly, down there hygiene. Because today we're taking a look at a men's intimate wash from Skin Elements. This video is sponsored by Skin Elements. Now, although it is sponsored, as always, I don't let companies tell me what to say in my reviews, and it is fully my own personal thoughts, feelings, and experiences while using the Skin Elements for the last 30 or so days. If you're like me, you might be wondering what the heck a men's intimate wash is even for. And well, in short, it is to get rid of or significantly reduce the amount of bacteria and odor that may accumulate, especially when you're active or it's hot out, and you know, places on our body tend to get a little bit more sweaty than others. So men's intimate wash is for those places. Skin Elements also says that it's good to remove any residues from protection and lubricants as well. Skin Elements Men's Intimate Wash comes in a 4.05 plastic container with a foaming lid. The scent of the Intimate Wash is a little bit on the floral side of a scent. However, there is quite a bit of tea tree mixed in there with that scent, at least from what my nose can pick up on, as well as it's on the more masculine side of a floral scent than a feminine side. Now, as far as the ingredients go, well, I can't say most of those, so that's why they're up on screen for you. All of the ingredients are fairly standard to a product of this nature and shouldn't irritate your underbits whatsoever. However, that being said, like all new products, please do a test sample somewhere on your arm or something just to make sure that you're not allergic to it before you go putting it, all over your junk. Now, although a few of those ingredients are hard to say, there's a few of them that are very important in the ingredients list, such as the tea tree oil, which is an antibacterial, which means that it will be killing any of that bacteria that is causing some of that irritation and scent. Then to help soothe that skin that we just killed all that bacteria on, we have Calendula as well as Aloe Vera. And both of those are well-known ingredients to help with soothing dry and irritated skin. Then to top it off as an astringent, we have witch hazel. To use the men's intimate wash, it is super simple. All you're gonna do is get in the shower, rinse off like you normally would. Then when it comes to washing your body, you're going to simply press down on the foaming nozzle, which will give a nice foam in your hand. I prefer 2 pumps, but that is all a preference up to you. Then you simply apply it to your intimate areas. Now, in case if you're wondering, gentlemen, yes, that would be your Peter, your Pecker, your Johnson, your Willie, your putts, and in short, your manhood. You can also apply it to the inner thighs, which is where I saw a big difference. Once it's sat for about 25 to 45 seconds, you can then go ahead and rinse it off. As a time-saving tip, I suggest applying this before you apply any of your other body soap, because by the time you get done applying that, this stuff will have done its thing and you'll be good to go ahead and rinse off with clean water. Now, you may need to use this every day, and if you do, you're expected to get about 45 days out of it. You should be able to get anywhere between 150 to 180 pumps. Now, I'm about halfway done with this bottle, and so I think that number is probably right about correct because I use 2 pumps every time that I shower. This soap is also pH balanced, which means that it is right about 5.5 on the pH scale, and that is right about what your body should be at. So it shouldn't raise or lower your pH level. It also isn't a soap, but it still gets all of that dirt and grime and everything away, so you don't need to go back and use a soap after you use this. Now, from my experience using the Skin Elements Intimate Wash. Before Skin Elements contacted me to review their products, I didn't really know that there was one for guys. Now, I knew that females had like the pH balance soaps and things of that nature, but I didn't know that there was such thing for males as well. And honestly, I kind of thought that it was just going to be kind of a gimmick, and thought that it was kind of just going to be like a specialty body wash thing that wouldn't really give any more results than my bar soap does. And well, I'm here to tell you that I was absolutely, completely, 100% wrong. See, I really do have an issue with scents and irritation down in that area. Because although all you guys see is this of me, well, I am on a little bit larger side of the scale, which means that I have fat places like my inner thighs and my belly, and when I am active or even just in a warm room, things in that region-ish tend to get really hot and sweaty and just plain nasty. It's been really humid here as well, which just really doesn't help that situation whatsoever, which meant that I definitely had some skin sensitivity as well as very funky scent going on down there, that no matter how often I showered, it just seemed like I couldn't really get rid of it, and it was not pleasant at all. But I will tell you that within 2 to 3 times of using the Skin Elements Intimate Wash, the rash had gone away, the scent had significantly decreased, and I have to say that within about 5 uses, that scent was pretty much eliminated. And for you, you may need it even less than that. It all depends on the person and the activity level and how much you got going on down there by your Peter. Now, the bottle does say that it is gentle enough to use every day, which I absolutely believe. Because it's not a soap, it doesn't irritate any of the skin, it doesn't burn or hurt any skin that may be a little bit raw, but it still gets rid of all of the bacteria and all of the dirt and grime that you may have down there. Now, just as a disclaimer, it doesn't really say that it will help heal any rash or irritated skin that you may have. That is just purely my experience, and I wouldn't be surprised if you had the same experience as well. Now, the biggest negative that I can find about the Skin Elements Intimate Wash is more of a personal preference deal than it is something about the company or the product itself. And that is that the pump lid actually does a little bit too good of a job for me, because I prefer soap with a little bit of a body to it, a little bit of heft, if that makes any sense, which might be why I use 2 squirts opposed to the one that I probably could get away with. With seeing that it is literally just a liquid at the bottom of it, I understand why they have it to be such a foamy product right out of the lid, because you could very easily overuse this stuff and then not get as many uses out of it. So I am glad that they pre-foam it. Now, who is the Skin Elements for? Well, anybody that has a issue with scent down there, or that may be using protection or lubes and that type of thing. I would also suggest that if you've got a male teen in the house that is having a little bit of scent issues, that you definitely try this. Now, do I think that it's worth the money? Well, I would have to say that I think that it is. And I think that you really do owe it to yourself as well as your significant other if you have a issue with irritation or a scent issue down there, that you do try this Intimate Wash, because, well, it does work. And coming in at under $15 at the time of this recording, I think that you are getting a great deal. And like I said, I think you just owe it to yourself to give this stuff a try. Even if I bought this for myself, I would be telling you the same thing, because this stuff really does work. And now that you got your putts clean with the Skin Elements Men's Intimate Wash, why not go ahead and clean the rest of your body with the Gibs Beard, Hair, and Body Wash, which I reviewed, and you can see right up here. Down below, that's going to be a video that you may enjoy as well. Until next time, as always, you have a good one. Skin Elements sells their product. Skin Elements, Men's, Skin Elements, Jesus.